Theology 4, Classical Theological Questions, Final Project. What is the point of doing anything? The world is run by choices. 7,800,000,000 people making choices every day. This is a large, vast number. So do the choices I make matter in the world? What is the point of making choices when it won't affect the vast world? This problem is an example of nihilism, the ideas which say that nothing matters in the world. Taken to the extreme, this ends in suicide, because nihilists think that nothing they or anyone else does matter, so they don't need to keep existing. Most people don't go to this extreme, but many people will, at some point in their lives, fall into despair and depression, and they will have difficulty figuring out what the purpose of their life is, unsure of where the train of life will go, or even if it matters at all. This means then that this question is a serious problem. The upside, however, is that problems have answers. The problem of feeling like your choices don't matter is solved when you don't look at the bigger picture, focus on the immediate, and trust in God's long-term plan. The first thing to understand is that our perception of the bigger picture will always be a flawed perception. It is easy to see how the choices of people in the world can affect me, as seen with politicians, but it is very difficult to see how my choices will affect others in the vast world. In fact, it's almost impossible. Instead of getting depressed about it, simply stop looking at the bigger picture. Since the source of the problem is that you don't think your choices matter in the vast world, stop looking at the vast world. To focus on the immediate is a continuation of not looking at the bigger picture. If I don't believe that my actions matter in the grand scheme of the universe, then where do they matter? The answer is the immediate. The immediate can be boiled down to choices that affect yourself. If even those don't matter to you, and if they don't, you are very far down the nihilistic path, it can be taken one step further. Focus on the choices which matter to God. He is the only one who will always care, will always love, has been caring, has been loving, and always will care and love. This leads into the third and final point of the thesis: trusting God's long-term plan. What this says is that you don't need to care if your actions matter in the vast world, because God has that covered. Instead of living life in a depressive state and not doing anything because you see no value in your actions, there is comfort in the fact that God has already accounted for your actions and choices in His long-term plan. Don't worry about mattering to the vast world. There is already someone who values you, and He made the world. There are many reasons why a person could feel as if their choices don't matter, and the world being so vast as a reason is just that, one reason. Other reasons include struggling with personal responsibility and giving up, feeling worthless from low self-esteem, and a loss of control in a person's life. All of these are just a few of many examples for feeling like your choices don't matter. The main takeaway is that there is an answer to this problem. Trust in God.